It's a good team. They're well coached. You can tell that they're getting ready to go Division One. The talent level has increased for them. They've done a really good job of putting in a system, and they got some veteran players. Johnson, Hervey are, they're going to be good players for them throughout the year. So that was good for us. I think overall we played well. We made mental errors tonight, not knowing team foul situations. 3 times we made good plays where we're almost out of bounds. We should have called timeout. Instead, we threw the ball, and each time we threw it away. Just things like that. And we have to worry about team fouls and team timeouts. And it's like I told our team after the game. I said, "You guys have done a good job. Like, if this was a test, you probably got a B tonight. And you're going to look at the test, and you're going to see 12 questions that you were easy. That you can say, I know I'm not supposed to jam somebody when we're in the double bonus, and they're shooting free throws. I know I'm not supposed to foul 90 feet from I know I'm supposed to call a timeout, and those are the things that we have to learn because, especially with the point guard, Greg would think about some of those things or even call a timeout or whatever. We need to have more people thinking as a team in those situations because they are so much a team. These guys are unselfish and they play hard, and I hope I'm making myself clear. It's in those situations, they're very much a team and playing defense and offense and sharing the ball and all that, but they have to understand team fouls and team timeouts in those situations. But overall good, and now we'll get ready for the real deal. Any questions? Yeah, Marty played real well. He and Dave gave us kind of a boost. It seems like, because people who follow us, like we've won national championships, Final Fours, and all that. Okay, you're playing 2 exhibition games. It's, that's nothing. It's the first 2 games for a lot of these kids, and so there is anxious. They are anxious. They are a little bit more tired than a veteran team would. We got these 2 exhibitions. Let's get through them and boom. It is a big thing, and that's what we're going to have to monitor throughout the whole year. Is that how we handle, especially games close, and we start off the season with 2 games right after. One day, the next day you play 2 games. So we got to do a better job of that. Learn how to do that.
Josh played a lot on the outside tonight. Is that something that you want him to do, and is that something that's going to change when Greg gets back?
Yes and no. You want to put in which one you want? You can put in whatever answer. I just say yes and no. You can write what you want anyway, right? Are facts important to you? All right, then I'll answer it the right way. That's a great thing to answer. I would like to hear that more. He played more on the outside tonight because they put more full court pressure. And since we don't have a regular point guard, we needed more help in bringing the ball up the court. So it was out of necessity to do that. Once they stopped doing that, we needed to invert our offense, and we didn't do as good a job with that. We tried to get them inside, and our communication to do that wasn't the best. And when Greg comes back, Josh is just going to play all over, but he needs to go inside. Brian was doing a great job inside tonight, but when Josh and Lance are in, Lance needs to go on top some. But that's something that's easily corrected. Pretty good, yeah. Our defense has been, we almost forced 30 turnovers in each of the games. That means they're playing hard. Obviously they got a ways to go to play the level of defense I'd like to play, but their effort is really good. and we all need to talk more. You know, switch and play a team game on defense. You know, we are switching right now. Switch. I got him. You got him. You know, that has to come in time. Yeah, we're getting off tomorrow, and we'll bring them in Monday morning to lift and give them feedback. It's our class, like 10 or 10:20, something like that, and on Monday. So a lot of times we use the morning to get started and start the week, and we'll practice real hard Monday and Tuesday and give them off Wednesday. And that also gives them tomorrow and Wednesday whatever they need to get in academically, or because all of a sudden we're going to, that week before Thanksgiving, you know, we have a lot of games. We're going to Kansas City, and to try to look ahead in these 4 days, 2 of them will be off and 2 of them will be hard, you know, to try to look ahead and be a mature team and handle that.
Are you ready for a game?
Yeah, we're ready for a game. I mean, obviously we're going to be more ready as the year goes along, and we're hoping that Greg has a chance to be ready. You know, he's doing some things. He's not practicing, but we're encouraged by the work he's doing right now. And I'd say by midweek would find out if he's going to play at all in the first couple games. Again, it wouldn't be 35 minutes, or I'm saying that, and if it's 1-point game and he's playing, I'll probably put a crutch and have him stay in there. But we would like to bring him back as slow as possible.
In addition to what you mentioned at the very beginning, is there anything that this team in particular you want to see them do more than just things that they'll get more as they play games?
No, I really like my team. I was on them tonight more than I've been on them because of mental errors. They have to learn, they have to learn that. And it's a disjointed game with so many fouls. I think the last 4 minutes of the first half lasted forever. And what happens then when, especially a young team is in that, you start thinking about what you were supposed to do, just you, instead of what we're supposed to do. When you're actually playing, it's a lot easier for a younger team. It becomes disjointed. I'm not saying there weren't fouls. There was a lot of fouls, but it's not a moving game, quick moving game.
Coach, you've had several players double digits over the past few games. So are you expecting for the rest of the season so the points to shift, or are you thinking that there's 1 or 2 players that are going to come out as a surprise to opponents that score like Dubeck did in the blue and white game?
Well, I think we have a number of people who can score points. The guys who are going to play more minutes should score more than the other guys. So, DeMarcus, Josh, John, those guys are going to score points. There's just one score, and that's okay. I mean, we're scoring a lot of points. We also are scoring points off our defense, even though we're not picking up as much full court. And when that happens, we should be higher percentage shooters. With the shots that we had, we should have shot over 50% tonight. And we didn't. So our free throw shooting needs to. We just need to keep improving. I mean, we'll look at every game, and I look at every game, every practice. I know there are a lot of things to improve on. The thing is, they're playing hard. They're playing together. They're improving, and we have to give them time to grow.
Coach, there were a couple changes to some of the student sections in Cameron. I was wondering if you had noticed that, and if the team, I know there's been a couple exhibition games, but if the team sort of noticed that the crowd seemed a little bit farther away.
They do seem a little bit farther away. I think, were they doing something with that first row?
Yeah,
or?
they moved everyone off the first row behind the press, and the Brad things got moved back to that.
See, my thing is move the press. Put the press in the end zone. I mean, nothing against the press, but if they need a buffer, You know, could you see the game from the end zone? Do you do it in other gymnasiums? I think we should accommodate our students in the best possible manner all the time. And there are sections, like for us, right behind our bench, that we need to have reserved for families and, you know, yeah. But other than that, we should just take a look at the whole thing. And, yeah, it does seem a little bit further away. And I was goofing around a little bit about the press, but, you know, I don't know the situation well enough, but it seems like we have a press row. What do you need another row, or what is it? Can you explain it to me?
Right now, there's a row of chairs, and then there's the floor and the first bench. And so now students can only stand on the first bench. They can't stand on the floor, whereas in years past, they used to be able to stand on the floor behind the press.
Okay.
So,
And why? Why is that?
I'm not exactly sure the reason.
Fire marshal issue.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should, be concerned about what the fire marshal says, and where were they for the last 50 years? That would be my first question. Nothing against them, but what? Anyway, I think it begs that question, right? I mean, like, did we do something wrong, or? And then if that is the case, then how might we be able to solve it without hurting the students? Because, they're on the team too. They should be as close to the court as possible. I know I'm going to get letters from my brother is a captain in the fire department. I do not believe in fires, and just whoever's going to write, forget it. All right, I'm not answering. Just take care of the students as well as possible. Okay? Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see when they get Division I, because they become Division I next year, right? We just have to see how it works with our total schedule, because this has been a good thing. I think it was a great day too to show the camaraderie between the two schools. I know our students invited a lot of Central students to sit in the student section. That's never done. I mean, forget it. That's never done. And I think they would have even offered them the first row if they were allowed to do that. In fact, some of the students said they would have had the first row, but the fire marshal didn't want that. And but we'll think about it. We'll think about it. They do a nice job. They're good kids, very well coached. I think they'll do well in their league. So we'll wish them well. All right. Thanks.